Today we're going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on 4-star wide receiver Aaron Butler, who's going to be playing for the Texas Longhorns. We're going to look at the highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering the 2024 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player, and you need to know what your players are looking like for when they start making plays for your team. But let's start looking at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, just fast forward a little bit. They got him rated as a 4-star recruit, 24th ranked wide receiver in the composite, 31st in the rankings. So we got a small disparity there. 6 foot 170, could be thicker by now considering these are older listings. What I want to point out here, though, and it just shines out in front of us, he's got 33 offers, which is a lot of offers for a wide receiver ranked in the 165 range of their rankings and the 137 range of the composite. That's pushing top-tier 4-star status. That's telling us college football wanted him. A lot of schools were interested, and they sent him an offer. Deion Sanders, Texas, Georgia, USC. So again, no pushover schools. We got some top-tier Power 5 programs. That means there's interest. That means there's talent. Projected to be a second-round pick. Comp to Stephon Diggs, so I'm expecting some good route running. I'm expecting him to be very fluid. Butler is a dangerous two-way player who could end up at corner in college. When he initially committed to USC, they thought of him as a corner. He definitely has a corner skill set with a defensive mentality. Thinking about that on offense, too, he's got that my ball mentality, so when the ball's in the air, he's going to go up and go get it. He's going to really fight for those contested catches. He's a physical player with a lot of nastiness in his game. Whether he's blocking or jamming a receiver, he's looking to physically dominate his opponent. So we're looking at a guy with a chip on his shoulder who's looking to make plays happen. We're probably going to see some fun highlights here. Him just making nasty grabs with interceptions. This is probably going to be a fun set of highlights. Going down to the timeline, remember USC was on him, but now we're locked in with Texas. 4-star prospect here, going over here to On3, and he's also a 4-star in most of the recruiting services. On3 has him as a 3-star, but ranked as the 17th best athlete. They got him an athlete because of cornerback and wide receiver, so that kind of skewed their star rating, it sounds like. So I would take that with a grain of salt if you're looking at him as straight wide receiver. 5'11.5", 165 is where they got him weighed in at, so a little bit lighter than 24/7 Sports. ESPN has him at 4. Rivals has him at 25. And 31st for 24/7 Sports. So thinking about that, we got a little bit of disparity in the rankings here between sites, but in the industry rankings, we got him at 6 for athlete. Some of these sites are ranking him as an athlete, corner, or wide receiver. It really depends on how he identifies himself, how the team wants to identify him on the long term. But we're going to take a look at him. College football wanted him. They definitely did not view him as a 3-star prospect. Let's see the tape. Let's see if we identify him as a 4-star, 3-star. Imagine it's going to be more like a 4-star. Coming on down. Out in front of him. Man, he had burst there. He had a good kick there. We're starting off with some senior highlights. He does not have a big senior highlight package. So I kind of just clipped some from his clippings on his huddle. And then we're going to finish off with junior highlights. Just to get a good look. Get a good sample. But that burst was very encouraging. That was not talked about in the start. That'd be the first thing I'd talk about. Good change of direction skills there. Also, frame-wise, we got some good length there. Good height. Because he's going to naturally thicken out a little bit more. Look at that. Being able to stop on a dime while working downfield. Working downfield, he's rolling out. Quarterback's rolling. We don't know what he's doing downfield. Good catch. Good catch. Don't know where he was at when the ball was thrown or what was going on there, but still. Good body control, good concentration. He's got some nasty hands. Did you just see him catch that over his head with his hands, right? Did I just see that? He's got some strong hands there. My goodness. Now we're on DB. We're at DB. They don't have him circled off on this first set of highlights. Or we got wide receiver. All right. They got to circle him off. He's in motion here. I was expecting to see the black jerseys. That wasn't him at wide receiver. Coming to the end of the round, we got some speed. He did run track. More long distance stuff. He's got speed on the field, though. Look at that. Look at that. What are you guys doing? You're going to have this guy play DB and he can put points on the scoreboard? You guys doing that? How is he like the 17th best ATH and a 3-star? What's On 3 doing? On 3 holds a lot of water in a lot of the rankings, but they do slip up a bit. Out in front of him. Doesn't slow up, and the ball is more like here instead of out there. That's something else to note. Away from his body, he's got nasty hands. I don't know if something happened in a camp where he got jammed up on or something. But look at that. Look at the pull at the top. This is what I talk about in a lot of videos. Like, man, we didn't get to see top end. We didn't get to see top end. When he gets to the top end, he hits a second level of burst. Sometimes the burst is in the beginning. He's got burst there. But he'll hit a second level of burst when he's pushing that kick towards the top end. Not a lot of players have that. There's a lot of speedy guys, like elite speed guys, that don't do that. They just gradually get up there. They'll start with a big burst and then they'll just get faster. He's got like a second burst, like a second wind of burst. He's got good hands. His frame's good. At the high school level, he's building into that. Look at him go. Pulling away. 21 miles per hour. We're hitting 21 miles per hour. Ball skills in the back corner. And you guys are talking cornerback. He's telling you what he wants to do here. Did you guys just not pay attention to him? Just because he played some cornerback, is good at it. He's telling you right now, with what he's posting in his highlights, what he wants to be. He's telling you what he's good at. I thought I covered him before in a video. Maybe I have. This looks very fresh to me. Cover so many players. I cover some players 2-3 times in a recruiting cycle on the channel. I thought I did, but he's ranked too low. He's ranked way too low. I wonder what happened. Wonder what happened for them all to rank him this low. Like, he should be in the top 20 easy of wide receivers. Like, I'm going to have to go back and look at that ranking. I'm going to do that real quick here. Take a quick look. I'm going to have 24/7 Sports. They got him as wide receiver 31 in the rankings. The composite has him at 24. Even the composite, I feel like, is a little low. And then college football, 33 offers. That's why I say we look at the offers instead of star system and the ranking. The ball skills. The ball skills. I hope you guys are still with me. This is another reason why you look at the offers. The amount of offers and who's sending the offers. And just be open-minded with that instead of being locked on the star rating and the rankings. Take some homework. You got to go through the listing. And you got to know, like, there's a lot of guys in his range of their overall rankings they don't have scouting reports for. They didn't feel like they could write it up, or they didn't have anything. Look at the ball changing directions for that. He's a good wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver. He's a good prospect. He should not be ranked 31. I don't know what happened in 1v1s of camps or in all-star games and practices. I don't know what happened there. But we look at the movement skills. I think the position flexibility trips up these sites. Trips them up a lot. He gets in there. He's got length too. I wouldn't have him at DB unless I'm absolutely jacked at wide receiver. He's going to Texas. They're losing 2 wide receivers. Another indication he wants to play wide receiver. They're losing Worthy and they're losing A.D. Mitchell. So that creates some openings in the depth chart. I know there's other wide receivers there, but there's 2 openings, 2 slots. They're also losing speed. He's got speed. We're losing 2, a 4-3 guy and a 4-2 guy. My goodness. Yeah, he's definitely tell you where he's best at with his highlight package. Look at him go. Look at him block. Assertive. He's nasty. Good ball skills. Downfield. Turns it up in the end zone. Look at the block. No, wait, that was not a block. That was him just laying wood on somebody and getting to the tackle. Oh, my goodness. I have problems with highlights switching from offense to defense a lot. There was one prospect yesterday, I think. They had it organized and labeled in sections. It was great. Look at the speed. And if you're a high school prospect watching this and you're getting ready to do your huddle tape, organize it. Because you don't know what's going to happen a few years down the road. You want the best picture possible. Maybe you got to hit the portal or something. I do not know what things are like then or what kind of marketing you got there. This might be some of your best marketing if you're switching schools. It really depends on what level, where you're at. Ooh, getting low. Ooh, lane hits. Look at him go, drag the pile. He's assertive. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this guy. I think wide receivers where he's got the upside. I think he knows that. Like, my evaluation is done here. I get it. I'm just having fun watching him play. I'm very enthusiastic about most players because I love what I do here and also love watching these players. But there's some of these players, they got different games, right? And you're looking at Aaron Butler here. We got that top end speed. On top of that, you got that kick, that extra burst and acceleration once you get to that top end. Like you see it hit and it's like, it's going to pull away. He's going to pull away from a lot of people and that's going to sneak up on a lot of guys. Y'all see that burst in the beginning, but he's got like a double burst when he's trying to get to his top end instead of a burst and a gradual to the top end. You also see nasty hands. Very strong hands. He caught a punt overhead like this and just clasped it. And then he's catching balls away from his body overhead. He caught one ball, he was just sliding and just caught it like this. Good awareness. You can tell he could have some sharp route running. We just didn't need to see it because it's a hot knife through butter against high school competition. That's how it is with a lot of prospects. But the fluidity and movement skills is there. The speed's there. He's going to a program where they got some openings at wide receiver. It's obvious there because we got 2 wide receivers going to the draft. They're big-time prospects, and they both got speed. And this team's accustomed to having speed at wide receiver. He's got speed. He can really step up and be something this year. And he could also be good at cornerback because he can close the distance and deliver the hammer. So I think he can be good anywhere, really. I think wide receiver is the biggest upside. And I have a feeling that's why he went to Texas. That's why he switched from USC to Texas. USC probably should have just threw him in at wide receiver. Should have said, hey, we're going to allow you to compete here. He went to Texas. He's going to be getting that opportunity. He told us that with the highlights. Most of his highlights are him at wide receiver. He wants to play wide receiver. 24/7 Sports got him listed at wide receiver. 24/7 Sports got him ranked a little bit higher because they see him at wide receiver. On three sleeping. I don't know why, but they are. But you're not. I'm not. Texas is not. College football is not. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.